Hey everybody, Jay with Addictive Rant. Hope you're having a good Monday. Sorry about the Washington D.C. thing. There was just too much going on. Didn't get a chance to get down there. I will tell you the story though. I promised you. Also wanted to clear up about the 100. If the 100th subscriber, we're going to give a $50 card to. It's going to be a $50 Amazon card, and it won't be the 100th subscriber. It'll be 100 people once they subscribe. We'll put all the subscribers into a bowl, and then we'll pick a person. That way it's fair for everybody. Okay, here's a story. I promise. It's a fish story. It's only one, and I've got so many. That's why you need to subscribe, because I have great stories, and you'll get to like it. Once I get more comfortable with all this and I get more topics to talk about, it'll get a lot better. Promise. You got to give me a chance, though. So, fish story. I lived down in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I don't even remember what year it was. I was probably maybe 28, 29, and dating a girl that was a hairstylist. She owned two salons, one in New Smyrna Beach and one in Daytona. And we lived seriously like 2 blocks from the beach. Well, we went out all the time, and everybody's a local in New Smyrna Beach. I mean, there's a lot of tourists, but they're older and they really don't go out. Sometimes a younger crowd comes in. It's a great place to surf, and a great place just to vacation. It's a beautiful little beach town. So we're out at the bar one night. We're drinking, and I'm drunk. Everybody else is drunk. We're having a good time. And it's getting close to closing, and we meet these guys that are from Pittsburgh. Well, that's where I'm from. And we start talking, and they're like, why don't you guys come back? And Tammy was the girl I was dating, and Lorraine was her best friend. And Tammy lived right here, and Lorraine lived like right here. They were like that. And so we were over at Lorraine. Well, we were out in the yard, actually. In Lorraine's house, she had a big fish tank in her house, and there was a bunch of African cichlids in her tank. And these are fish that they're orange at the tail and black, and they're about 2 to 3 inches long. And I've never seen them before. And like I said, we were all drunk. We smoked a little bit of reefer, and everybody's just having a good time. And somebody says, I dare somebody to eat a fish out of that tank. I was like, I'll do it. No questions asked. So I go over to the tank, pull the fish out, take the fish, put it in my mouth, swallow it, no problem whatsoever. Everybody's like, wow, that's crazy. I'll give you 125, or I think it was 125 or 150 bucks to do it again. But I get to pick the fish. I was like, no problem. So he goes in there, picks out a fish, and it's decent size. It was a little bit bigger than the first one. And I threw it in, swallowed it. Well, this time it got stuck in my throat, and I couldn't breathe. Like, it couldn't do anything. I was turning blue. I was panicking, and nobody around me knew the Heimlich maneuver. Nobody. There was like 6 people here. Nobody. So there's a half wall, and like we're in like Lorraine's apartment. Like, you walk down a little walkway, and there's a half wall that's like the whole way down. And her door would be, you'd walk right to her door, and the half wall's like right here. So I'm like trying to like slam myself against this wall to get this fish out, and nothing's working. And everybody's like, oh my God, panicking. I'm like the only one that's not panicking. I'm the one that's dying. So somebody saw a cop, which I'm not a big fan of, sitting across the street at a little beach town gas station. Thank God he was there. It was probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning at this time. Somebody runs over and says, oh, come over. My buddy's choking her. Somebody's choking over here. Cop comes running over. You know, this is the highlight of his career. He comes running over there, jumps and like just grabs me. I didn't even know what was going on. And he grabbed me and gave me a Heimlich maneuver. And I just remember the fish coming out, and was just like, it landed. Like, I was at the half wall, and it landed like right in the lawn. I just remember seeing it. I was like, oh, it was all like red because from the blood. And my throat hurt so bad. I just went directly into the house and right to bed. And I remember the cop coming into the bedroom, and he's like, oh, yeah, you want to talk? I'm like, nope, don't want to talk about anything. And he's like, what's your social security number? I'm like, yep, you're not going to get that out of me. So I went to sleep because I was drunk, and I had a fish stuck in my throat, and I almost died. And my throat hurt so bad, but I was like, I don't care. I'm going to bed. So I wake up the next day, and my throat like hurts. Like, it's like a sore throat, like a real bad one. Every time I swallowed, it hurt. I was like, this sucks. Great, fire alarm. So the girl I was dating, I said, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, yeah, I think we should go. So I go to the hospital. Now, mind you, I'm like a drug addict at this time. So my whole thing is going to the hospital and lying to the doctors. You know, I'll go in, and I'd go in and I'd say, hey, you know, I hurt my back, you know, helping an old lady change her car tire. And when I bent down to put her car in the tire, in her trunk, I said, something snapped in my back and it hurts. I don't know what it is. They can't tell if you really hurt your back. I mean, there's no test they can run. So I always use that, and I'd always used to get painkillers all the time. I got arrested doing that. That's a story for another day. Anyway, so I go to the hospital. It's called Firelands Hospital. It's in New Smyrna Beach. And I go there, and I remember Dr. Applegate or Appleton or something was her name. And I had seen her before because I did the doctor shopping thing. So I go in, and she's the ER doc, and she comes in. And I guess she recognized my name or me, and she's like, oh, she told me I had a pneumothorax. They gave me some an X-ray of my neck or something like that test. She said you had a pneumothorax, and the only way you can get a pneumothorax is if you smoke crack or if you had something puncture your windpipe. And I was like, well, I told her, she's like, well, how'd you do it? I said, I was at a seafood restaurant. I ate a piece of fish and then a bone in it got stuck in my throat. I didn't want to tell her I ate a fish. Well, little did I know that it was going to be in the paper anyway. Well, and we're in a small town, New Smyrna Beach. Well, this doctor, the ER doctor, she leaves and she's suspicious and I can tell something's up. It's just one of those intuitions you get when you're on the street, when you're a drug addict, when you're always looking over your shoulder. It's street knowledge, street smarts. And I knew something was up and I just felt like she was up to something. She was calling the police on me saying that I was seeking drugs, like narcotics, and I wasn't. I was literally in pain. So I had an IV in my arm, and I remember running out of the hospital because it was with the girl that I was dating, and she's like, what's going on? We ran out, and I had an IV. Well, if you leave the hospital with an IV, they're sending the cops to your house, or they're sending a fire department or an ambulance to your house to take the IV out because they think you're going to use drugs that way. They think you're going to inject drugs in your IV. Come on. So I remember them coming to the house, and they're like, oh, we're just here to take your IV out. They took my IV out. So this whole story, we went to the hospital. I left the hospital. She took me to another hospital in Daytona. Another story about that someday, too. I had cellulitis in my face. I got stung by a jellyfish. That was a bad story. I'll tell you about that. That was when Dale Earnhardt died. I was in a hospital when that happened. So anyways, she takes me to Daytona Beach. They tell me I have a pneumothorax. They keep me in the hospital overnight. I get out of the hospital, and Tammy and Lorraine, the girls that I stay with, the girl with the fish, made shirts that says, I'm with the fish guy. Because everybody knew Smyrna, heard about it. Probably in Daytona Beach, too. It's pretty far. I mean, it's like 15 miles away, but I'm sure everybody heard about it. So anytime we'd go to the bar, they'd wear the shirt that says, I'm with the fish guy. I drank for free that whole summer, but I almost died. The cop got a big award. It was in the newspaper, so it was like a big deal. Now, that's the story I promised. One thing I want to talk about, I'm going to be quick on this one, is we're going to talk about COVID-19 real quick. This stuff's getting out of control. They're not talking about it anymore. They're not telling us about it at all, okay? They're acting like it's gone. They're pretending like everybody's fine, everybody go back to work, everybody go out to eat, everybody do this. Look, this stuff is running rampant. It is everywhere. The red states, the Republican states, you know what I mean, the red states, those people are the ones that are like, oh, it's a hoax, it's over with, let's go out, let's go eat, no mask, no mask, no mask. Look what's happening. There's already 2.8 million people 2,800,000, or I don't know, just over 2 million people, and 115,000 deaths. And they said that was 356 new deaths since they posted that today at like 6:44. It's insane. Like, you have to wear a mask. And if you see somebody that doesn't have a mask on, say something to them or leave, get away from them. Because we don't know. These people are ignorant. There's people spitting on people, telling them they have COVID-19. I mean, it's just getting insane. The world is crazy. The United States is the craziest I've ever seen it. I'm 45 years old. This is crazy. I've been on the street. I've lived on the street. I've been to rehab. I've been all over this country, all over the place. I mean, I've lived a crazy life. I've done every drug you can imagine, nothing to be proud of. But I've recovered from all that stuff. I'm resilient. I know how to tackle adversity. Is it not recording, Eric? No. All right, so just wanted to tell you about that. Please pay attention to that. Say something. Write your congressman. Write anybody that has a little bit of power, even if it's your mayor or your governor. Write them and tell them, hey, look, I don't know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. Don't go out there and risk your life. Don't go out there and risk your grandmother's life or your grandfather's life or your kid's life. Don't do it. It's not fair. Trump will tell you anything to get you to go out there because the only way he can win this election is if he gets the economy back. He did nothing with the economy to begin with. That was Obama's economy, and Trump got it handed to him. Like, he did nothing, and he's acting like everything's over. I'm the president of law and order. I'm going to get law and order. You can't commit crimes then, jack off. You can't be the president of law and order when you commit crimes all the damn time, dude. It's getting old. It sucks. I'm tired of being the punching bag for this government, for this administration. There's people dying. Why are we the only country in the world that is struggling? We're supposed to be number one, and we have the most cases and the most deaths in the world. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. If you see something, say something. Tell them about a mask. Wear a mask. Take care of your family. Take care of yourself. I'm here for you guys. I don't know what I can do for you, but if you put comments down there and you want me to talk about something, you want me to help you with something, you want me to help you address something, you want me to help you with somebody that's sick with heroin or with the addiction of heroin or any addiction, let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please share. I'm passionate. I'll be here for you. And I will always 100% be honest with you. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.